kind of hard to breathe again, honestly.
I personally like it better without the mask.
A Southland school reinstates indoor masking as the Department of Justice fights to do the same for public transportation.
Then real estate sticker shock, history being made tonight in the Orange County housing market. Welcome to Kcal 9 News at 8, streaming live on CBS News Los Angeles. I'm Susie Sa.
And I'm Leslie Marin, in tonight for Jeff Vaughn. A deadly plane crash in Sylmar is under investigation tonight.
Now, the aircraft went down on a hillside just feet from a busy freeway. The crash just off the 210, not far from Whiteman Airport. Tonight, Kcal 9's Jeff Nguyen with more tonight.
What we have is a very delicate operation right now. Let me step aside so you can get a better look. The plan is to move that plane off that ledge and onto the field right there. And before federal investigators can start to look into the cause of this crash, they need to make sure that they don't disturb the body inside. Investigators brought in this crane to move a twin-engine Cessna that went down on an embankment off the 210 freeway, just a few hundred yards from a group home in Sylmar.
So I ran over there, got there, looking around, we didn't hear no response, and then some lady came to help me. And when I looked at the wheel, I seen the glass, and then I turned around and I seen the body.
Here is radio transmission from air traffic control at Whiteman Airport in Pacoima, where the flight took off.
I just saw that Skymaster fall out of the sky there. He was at 2,100 and then just descended quickly. At first I thought it was a bird, but it was actually him going down.
Right now, what we have is it looks like there's just one lone occupant who is deceased.
The LAPD and LACD Fire both got calls about a plane down around 12:30 p.m. Officers found the plane on a ledge, so they climbed up the embankment to stabilize it with firefighters.
Fortunately, it was not on the 210 freeway because things would have obviously been a lot worse.
The plane came down in an area that's surrounded by power lines.
We did not get any information to tell us that the power lines were involved in the airplane crash.
First responders did have to close down 2 lanes of the westbound side of the freeway.
There wasn't any fire. There was a small fuel leak that was contained by the fire resources. We built a small berm to keep the fuel from leaking down onto the freeway.
While only one person died in the tragedy, witnesses say they're thinking about the lives left behind.
You're in our deepest prayers and you have our deepest sympathy.
Based on air traffic control recordings, the pilot radioed to do a pattern around the airport just a few minutes before takeoff and before the plane went down. In Sylmar, Jeff Nguyen, Kcal 9 News.
And this is actually not the first deadly plane crash near Whiteman Airport. In November of 2020, a small plane crashed just short of the runway. The plane clipped power lines, cartwheeled, and exploded in flames just feet from homes. The pilot died in that crash. No one on the ground was hurt.
And in September of 2018, a 12-year-old boy and a 60-year-old flight instructor died when their plane hit a building after taking off from Whiteman.
Go, 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 go!
And this past January, you may remember, LAPD officers saved a pilot seconds before that Metrolink train hit his plane. He crashed onto the tracks in Pacoima just outside Whiteman. After that crash, Congressman Tony Cardenas, who represents the San Fernando Valley, sent a letter to the FAA and the NTSB asking for a safety review of Whiteman. Cardenas's letter listed 16 accidents in and around the airport since 2009.
We've been in conversations with the local elected officials.